We are a group of graduates in Skövde, Sweden, making our first game after studying game development for 3 years. The game we're making is a 3D adventure game where you play as the character Nova, traveling through a post-apocalyptic world and fighting mutated monsters. It is a narrative-driven experience with gameplay that consists of a balance between platforming and combat. The game takes place in Sweden years after an apocalypse has caused mutations to wildlife and extreme weather conditions. Humans are no longer at the top of the food chain and sparsely spread out, while nature has been allowed to grow, making for a lush and varied environment. Most places are abandoned and man-made structures have become overgrown.
Playing as Nova, you have to traverse these altered landscapes and fight the mutated creatures and other survivors that may stand in your way. Traversal through the game consists of different platforming challenges, where you progress by using the different moves and tools at your disposal, such as jump, grappling hook, and wall running. Inspired by the movement in games like It Takes Two, Kena, and Super Mario Galaxy. Platforming segments will be broken up by combat encounters, where you have to defeat enemies to progress. The combat is inspired by games like Lies of P, Jedi Fallen Order, and Batman Arkham.
Our team consists of people from several different disciplines. We've got 2 programmers, 2 3D artists, 2 2D artists, 1 animator, 1 game designer, and 1 narrative designer, along with some great help for audio and music. After studying at the same university for 3 years and getting to know each other and working together on projects like game jams and hobby projects, we decided to team up and test our skills for a final course. We saw potential in our idea and liked working with each other so much that we wanted to continue to work together on the game after graduating.
So far, we have a prototype of the core gameplay of platforming and combat, as well as a prototype level with some puzzles. For the movement, the player can currently walk, run, jump, wall run, and use the grappling hook to traverse obstacles. For the combat, there is a basic attack combo and a dodge roll, and a grunt enemy as well as a boss to fight against. While the combat is not very deep at the moment, we have been working a lot on the underlying systems behind the combat, which will make expanding it much easier in the future. On the graphical side of things, we have tested out some set dressing for our prototype level, and made a bunch of assets including trees, rocks and houses and more, that we tried making as Swedish looking as possible. We have some concept art for characters and environment, some 3D models for characters, and of course, the props for the environment. And also, animations for the main character and the enemies.
Most of what we have right now is not fully complete and is subject to change. Our plan for the future is to have multiple levels where every level has a different weather condition that impacts gameplay, as well as a boss fight at the end. We have a lot of different cool ideas that we will share at a later date. For now though, we want to focus on expanding player combat by adding more moves and interactions with enemies, as well as adding more enemy variations. We also want to start adding more variety for the platforming with more types of obstacles, challenges and movement options. A lot of time in the near future will be spent on remaking the first level, while trying to get the right feel for our game's mechanics.
If you want to follow our journey of developing this game and starting our own game studio, you can subscribe to this YouTube channel and check out our shorts and TikToks. We also post progress on Reddit more frequently, so check that out too if you're interested. Press a like and leave a comment on what kind of devlogs you would like to see in the future. Alright, see ya!